All right, I'm starting. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Um, Quit Discord complete. Hello, Kermit, Caroline Darklands. Hello, Kate Gwynn. Hello, John Van Dam. Everybody settle down. It's gonna be okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got yelled at by the producer. Kermit says I've got to eliminate the Discord thing. Do something with the Discord. I'll have to look at that again. I'm gonna have to look at that again. Can you hear the message? Um, mm, yeah, right. Okay. I don't know if I've done that. Okay. Hello everybody. Hello Keith Bexley. Hello Stuart. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for coming Tuesday. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of February. It's Tuesday, the 3rd of February. I'm fat. I weigh now 78 something point 3 kgs, maybe. I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm not feeling that good about it. I've been just picking out. I don't think I've been picking out, but I think I've been picking out. Anyway, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Today is the 3rd of February 2026, and this is the 231st day. It's unbelievable. 231st day, almost in a row. Almost in a row. And then I'm doing a gig on the 17th. I'm filming. It's not a gig. I'm filming on the 17th. So this is how busy I am once a week. Once a week, I'm doing something, and I'm doing something with you guys. Let me turn the light on here. Let's put this over here. A round of applause to everybody. Hello, Kate Gwynn. Hello. She says evening to me, evening to everyone. Hello to everyone. Hello, Caroline Cooper. Um, I just realized I got nothing to say. I mean, I've been thinking about all day long about my gig I mean, this is how I work. I think about doing the live stand up show. I think about me in front of all these people and not having anything, not just to say, to joke about. I want to tell them we're all going to die. That's what I want to scream. I want to scream, we are all going to die. I've got a whole list of things that I'm going to discuss. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Probably you can't see that. But I've got a sheet of paper with all the different things that that could be subjects of things. But a joke is not a subject. Okay, a setup is not a punchline. The joke is in the punchline, and a lot of times, just sometimes saying that the setup is enough in comedy. Basically, Lucy is here. Darkness visible. Um, what does that mean? Are you feeling dark? Am I feeling dark? Oh, there's darkness outside. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I mean, does it take away from the effect by seeing darkness? Start with Bill Gates and the Epstein emails in 2015 about pulling off a pandemic. Did he really say that? I have not seen that. I have not seen that. I'm not seeing that. Anybody who has any respect for Bill Gates, I mean, I have respect for him because the guy's full on an alpha male. I mean, is there anything like that? How can you trust? How can you trust it? The screen black? What screen? I haven't seen. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Lucy. Can you, is this just at my end? I don't know. Can you see me? Who else can see me? Lucy wants to know, can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? We'll wait until that is. I mean, you don't know what to believe. That's the one thing that I learned right now. Nobody's type. Is anybody typing anything? Because nobody's writing anything in here, from what I can tell. Or maybe you are. Are you writing something? Keith says his screen is fine. Anybody else saying your screen is fine? I can see and I can hear you. Maybe it's your. Well, Lucy's having a problem here, producer. Why would she have a problem? Why would only Lucy have a problem watching the screen? Maybe you got to restart the thing again. That's always the answer to all these problems is restart the thing again. It's like I got my coffee pot in there. I just want to restart the thing again. But Kate Gwynn can see me. All chat, sound, and vision is good, says Keith. Okay, that's good. And Darklands can see and hear. So what do you think it is? Anybody have an idea of how we can help Lucy Van Pelt? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lucy Van Pelt. Greetings, Earthlings. Alan Williams is here. We have finally caught up with your puny Earth drama, Adolescence, and your planet is scheduled for demolition in 80 minutes. Make the most of it. Yeah. Well, that's supposed to be a horrible show. It's supposed to be a racist, anti-white show. It's fine now. Just closed and reopened YouTube. Yeah. Maybe that's what you got to do. Joodles, beautiful, beautiful Joodles is here. Beautiful, beautiful Claire without an eye is here. She's no eye Claire. That sounds a bit gruesome. She's not. So everything that we know, I have not been reading the Jeffrey Epstein files because you can't believe it. I mean, they got 3 million pages. How could you have 3 million pages? How many people are working in the office building looking at the 3 million pages? How long does it take to blacken, and what do you call that? What do you call that with a page? Anyway, Alan Williams is here. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Alan Williams is here. I mean, how do you know what to do? How do you know what to do? With 3.5, I heard it's 3.5 million pages. How many people are working on that? How do they get trained to do that? What are they told what to do? No, it's three-eyed Claire. Okay, beautiful. Retract. What should I retract? Redact. Oh, that's redact. That's right. That's what it's called, redacting. It's like in Catch-22, which I'm pretty sure Jules has read. If you can't find that, have a quick look at Paul Weston's profile. He just shared some information. Stewart is speaking to Keith. Should I say that? Thank you. I won't use it to watch Adolescence. I have not seen it. It's like basically blaming some immature 13-year-old white kid for this. I just had a mini Battenberg. Anyone want one? Of course I want one. If you were here and you had one of those, of course I would want one. I was thinking about going out and getting some pizza today. I can't do it. I went out today. I went to Shepperton Studios and I had a biscotti. That was a mistake. And then I had a Sharon fruit, and that was a mistake. I just had a mini Stark and gravy pie, a steak and gravy pie, which is another one of Lewis Schaffer's favorite foods. Battenberg cakes. It's all. Is that the one with the 3 colors? A Battenberg cake. Let me find an image of this, of a Battenberg cake. I'm going to see if I can find an image of a Battenberg cake. Yeah, that is one of the ugliest looking cakes ever. I don't think I've ever eaten a Battenberg cake. And I've been here for 26 years. I'm going to let you guys see a picture of it, even though you know what it looks like. That's a Battenberg cake. But is my picture not up here? Is it just this thing? Is it just that? Okay, so you get the idea of what a Battenberg cake looks like. Apparently, you can copy and paste the docs, then use the undo in Word to redact the info. Watch the tech guy do it in seconds. I could believe it. Yeah, it's not enough just to scroll on top, with a magic marker, or what do you call it, a felt pen. Joodles wrote steak Jesus. Yes, you wrote it wrong. I hope it wasn't a mini Mount Battenberg. A mini Mount Battenberg. Is that a relationship to the royal family? Hi, Lewis. I tried a Sharon fruit for the first time last week, and it's a bit tasteless. Unlike yourself. Thank you, Streaky Bacon, for saying I've got taste. How is the cake ugly? Look at the cake. Come on, let's be honest. Let's look at the cake. Look at it. Look at that color. There's something that's not fresh looking about it, especially maybe it's because in the boxes it doesn't look fresh. I don't think I like it. Battenberg is a Jewish cake. Let's look that up. I never even heard. It's not a Jewish New York cake. I don't know that. But is Battenberg a Jewish cake? Is Battenberg a Jewish cake? And the answer is not a Jewish cake. It's a classic British dessert. It was created in 1884 to celebrate the wedding of Princess Victoria, the granddaughter of the Queen, and Prince Louis of Battenberg. The name refers to the town in Battenberg, Hesse. It is the seat of the aristocratic family. So the answer is the Battenbergs used to be called the Mountbattens, used to be called the Battenbergs. Very interesting. I knew nothing about this. I knew nothing. So the answer is no. Battenbergs used to be a nickname for police cars. Why? Because of the different boxes there. Hello, Mr. Cuff. Because of the boxes there. Now I'm learning something about Battenberg. There's something about the way it looks. It's like that. When I was a kid, we had that 3-color ice cream in America. I don't know whether you had it here. Like if you went to a Chinese food place, you ate it. It wasn't that good. Was the livery that had a big 2-color squares. It was the livery that had big 2-color squares on police cars. I guess that's why they call it a Battenberg. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Kermit. It's like saying a checkers or chess table is ugly. Well, you associate. It doesn't look like it's that fresh to me. I grew up on big, fresh, fluffy cakes. They had a sale, and the minimum order is 40 pounds, Kate. So there was loads. What did you get? Where did you get this cake from? Joodles. Let's find out what Joodles is talking about here. Are you on a protein diet or something? Well, I don't think that's very proteiny. Steak pie. There's still a lot of carbs in that. Mr. Cuffs calls us nutters. Are you on? Yeah. Are you on that? Okay. Weren't they Saxonbergs? Yeah, well, I think that's from that area. Saxonbergs, Battenbergs. I think did Berg mean mountain or did Berg mean town? The old police cars had a red stripe, were nicknamed the Jam Buddies. Well, that's one thing that British people were good at back in the day, coming up with these kind of names. Tutti Frutti ice cream. Let's see what Tutti Frutti ice cream looks like. Let me just see what that looks like. I don't know if I know that. Tutti Frutti ice cream. It's a food. It's a food. That's what Tutti Frutti. I never really ate that. I never. Can you see that? Let me just bring that up here so you can see that. Can you tell me if my picture is on the screen? My picture went away, I think. That's what Tutti Frutti ice cream looks like. That's what it looked like. This I don't know. These little bits are Tutti Frutti. I never like that either. It's like a Christmas cake. That's just my personal thing. I'm not telling you what you should and should not like. Berg equals town, says Lucy Van Pelt. Thank you very much, Lucy. Okay. 2 fingers in the pink ice cream and your thumb in the naughty. I don't even know what that's in reference to. I know what that's in reference to, but it's naughty. It's naughty, Mr. Cuff. No, the royal family name. They weren't Saxonbergs. They were Mountbattens. Didn't he marry a Mountbatten? Prince Albert was from the house of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, right? Those were the days. Lots of Germans, and then they had to change the name when we declared war on those people, or they declared war on me. Yes, can see your screen, but can you see me on the screen that has the this screen? Am I on this screen on the bottom somewhere? I don't see me on this page, and when I go to the full screen, I don't see me on the page. So maybe I'm not there. Am I there? I'm basically asking you, Claire. Well, we have the pic of the ice cream, but your pic disappears now. That's the answer to the question, Joodles. Thank you very much. My picture isn't here, producer. We're gonna have to work on that. That's one of those things. I'm gonna make a note of all the things we need to do. Over time, the whole situation, the whole computer thing has just gone crazy. You disappear visually when you bring up internet pictures. And that's right. Okay, I did not know that. I disappear with internet pics. Okay, thank you very much. A Neapolitan ice cream, Keith Bexley. That's exactly right. Let's look there for a Neapolitan ice cream. Okay, Neapolitan. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't amazing. There it is. There it is. That's what it looked like. Yeah, maybe more like this. Can you see that? Can you see that right there? That's what a Neapolitan ice cream looked like. I never liked that. I never liked it. I mean, it was good. It had strawberry and vanilla and chocolate, but I don't think I was a big fan of that. I wasn't a big fan of that. I don't even know why I didn't like it that much. It looks actually good right now. Did Prince Albert have a pierced peepee? If not, why is he called that? I don't know why that's a joke. What is a pierced peepee? Is a Prince Albert is a nickname for a pierced peepee? Yes, Lewis, I can see it. You can see the image, but you can't see me. I used to be in a picture on the bottom. Maltese Phil. Cheers for the info. What did Maltese Phil? Prince Henry of Battenberg married Princess Beatrice, the youngest daughter of Queen Victoria. Yeah, and because they were Protestants. I think that was an important consideration. If I was your agent, Lou, if I was your agent, I would say you need to embrace the 17%, pump up the volume, and chase the pink pound. Praise the gays. I mean, that's what I've done for most of my comedy career. I've praised the gays. I've been basically a bit gay. Yeah. Oh, Viennetta ice cream. Have we said about Viennetta? What is Viennetta? Let's see what Viennetta is. That was an ice cream that no one ever ate because we had Viennetta ice cream. Let's see where that comes from. Is that what it looks like, or is that what it looks like? Let's see if there's some images. No, not one of my favorites either, because it was like the cheapo ice cream. Can you see that? Can you see the cheapo ice cream here? Okay. Oh my God, Arctic Roll is the best. Good old Arctic Roll. These were like cheapo ice creams during the time, I think, after the war, when suddenly manufactured products were made available. I bet it's not a patch on Maud's, Phil. Is Maud still around, Lucy? What is Maud's? I have pistachio Viennetta in my freezer, Streaky Bacon. I love pistachio ice cream. I love pistachios. What you call an empire biscuit in Britain used to be called German biscuits until World War One, but we still call them German biscuits here in Northern Ireland because the empire biscuits wouldn't have gone down so well. Thank you, Lucy, for that information. I don't even know what an empire biscuit is. Um, my sincere apologies, Kermit. Okay. Takes me back to the early 1990s when I was a wee nipper on Arctic Roll. Three-eyed Claire says, we have been there. Last time I went abroad. It's a small world. Where to Malta, I think. I brought some at Christmas. Okay, Viennetta used to be so fancy. Then they became about £1 cheaper than a cone from the ice cream man. Yeah, I don't think they were made with real milk. That's the impression that I got. Not that I was obsessed with it back then, Kermit, but I don't think it was top quality. That's why it was so cheap. I can't buy Viennetta. I can't not eat a full one. John Van Dam says, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the portions. It's hard to control your portions. Oh my God, Streaky Joodle says, you just reminded me I brought a pecan and toffee roulade at Christmas and have clean forgotten all about it. What is a roulade? Now I'm going to have to look up what a roulade is. Let's see what a roulade is. Roulade. The roulade dessert. Oh, it's a roll of some kind. Yeah, this is similar to, we used to call similar to, these are big yodels. It looks really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. If they're fresh, it could be amazing. It's a roll. Wait, you're not looking at it. It's like a roll. Can you see what that looks like? Can you see what that looks like? Viennetta was fancy when it came out. It was when ice cream came in folded card. Right, yeah, well, then now it's like plastic. I used to like those frozen Black Forest gâteaux. Absolutely delicious. Anyone eating a half sourly chocolate gâteau all at once, those cakes were all good, and then they became horrible. Then they named the company after Sara Lee. Yeah, and so cheap at Iceland. Yes, they were so. Hold on, let me get back up to here. Sorry about that. Yes, in Malta, Claire was kidnapped my mum's fella at silly o'clock to play poker. Is that a nickname for something, Claire? To play poker. Claire with an eye is here. My uncle had a fall. A man in a car stopped and took him to the hospital. He's okay. He's got a sore hip and a glazed head. Bless him. How old is he? Claire, tell us how old he is. Okay, now, Lewis, they're better than those photos. Look for frozen ones. I mean, the thing about cake is you can eat a frozen cake, but it's got to be made with really good ingredients. And then I'm like you, I'll eat the entire thing. I'm glad he's okay, Kate Gwynn says. Probably shaken up a bit. Well, you know what? As you get older, it's a long way from standing to the ground, and you got to be careful. You've got to be careful. And Joodles is expressing a little bit of love to Claire and to him, so that's lovely, Joodles. Joodles is lovely. An Empire of German biscuits is two shortbread type biscuits with jam in between, okay, and a cherry icing on top with half a, how do you say that, glacé cherry? Lucy, is that how you'd say that? I don't like glacé cherries. I don't like that. I don't like those biscuits. He's 78 years old. That's 10 years older than I am. That's not good. Lemon roulade is gorgeous. Anything lemon is good. Lemon is a great cake flavor. I like super mousse. Is that a brand too? So let's all pray for your uncle. For your uncle. Let's all give Claire a big round of applause for looking after her uncle, for calling uncle up and finding out what the hell's going on up there. I don't even know, Caroline. I think some wires have come loose. What wires? What wires are we talking about, Caroline? Now we're There we go. We got it back on live chat. I missed it here. I missed Caroline's thing here. Oh, how can you forget a roulade, roulade? Am I pronouncing that right? Lewis, he's 78. Okay, that's brilliant. I love sticky toffee pudding from a tin. Uh, yeah, and I don't think I've ever had sticky toffee pudding from a tin. I mean, something about being in a tin is not the best thing. I mean, I've basically stopped eating anything from tins. We have so much fresh stuff lying around, or relatively fresh lying around. Lucy said, weirdly, you sometimes see them with a jelly tot on top, instead of a cherry. This is, and does this bring you back good memories, Lucy? A German biscuit. Thank you, Lewis. That's really sweet. Well, you were being sweet to him. Roulade. Roulade or roulade? Roulade. Thank you, Joodles. I did not know. Heinz Tin Puddings. Champion. What's a Heinz Tin Pudding? I don't even know what that is. I'm going to go check out what a Heinz Tin Pudding is. Have you ever had that, producer? Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, I see what these are. I've never, ever bought them. These are tinned puddings. Can you see that? Tinned puddings. Empire biscuits are Scottish. Never even seen one. Never. Empire are Scottish. Well, she's saying she has them in Northern Ireland, which is a similar type place at the end of the world, the part that English people didn't want, or the Angles and Saxons and the Jutes didn't conquer. Cuff. That was the one. There used to be a sponge cake with a sweet yellow sauce. Daz says. Can you see that there? Can you see? Is that the kind that you like? I used to love Heinz Tin Pudding. I'm going to go see what they look like. Golden honey sponge treacle. Are these old? Or are these still available? Chocolate cake. These look like old tins. Old tins. I don't know. Sticky toffee. This is what you were talking about. It's microwavable. I guess maybe they're not making it anymore. Heinz Tin Puddings in Asda. Maybe it is available. Tomato soup, macaroni cheese. I don't think it's available. Is it not available? That's my question. No, but I've seen one in the school gym. What did you see, Darklands? Anyone remember spotted? Okay, a spotted from the school canteen. Spotted. I don't know. Have you ever had? Producer, answer my question. Have you ever had a spotted dick pudding? Do you know what that is? No, they don't. The producer doesn't even know. Primary school. Yes, in primary school, McCuff says, but ours was covered in lumpy custard with the skin on. Put me off custard for years. I loved custard. I loved the crunchy stuff for custard. We didn't call it custard. We called it pudding. And I loved it. And my mother used to make the pudding, and she used to let me lick the pan. She made it quite frequently. She wasn't completely horrible mother, my mother. She did a lot of stuff, you know. It wasn't like she did a lot of stuff. I used to make treacle sponge pudding from scratch, hence my type 2 diabetes. Yes. Well, what is treacle? What is treacle? With custard, of course. Custard is unbelievable. Well, what is treacle? I don't even know what it is. You want somebody to explain it to me? Or I should just go look for this. And what was the random Lyle's treacle in a can all about? I think people didn't have honey, maybe. That's what treacle was. Or they didn't have maple syrup or sugar. The crunchy stuff for custard. the crunchy stuff. No, I used to eat. Are you talking to me? I used to eat the custard when you let it get old. It used to have a thick layer of the skin on it. But they used to be more popular way back when. I think it originated before the war. Spotted dick is still a thing. I mean, my son hasn't had it, and he likes fine dining. I used to lick the bowl when my mom made fairy cakes. Yes. Well, what is a fairy cake again? Let me look up what a fairy cake is. I'm learning so much. Fairy cake. Oh, these things. They're cupcakes. Is fairy cakes. Is cupcakes. How beautiful is that? I love that. I love that. My mother was horrible when I asked to lick the bowl. She shoved my head down the toilet. Okay, that's a joke. I hope that's not true. That's a joke. I hope it's not true. I used to Claire says, okay. I went to visit my dear auntie in Basildon Hospital a couple of weeks back. Okay, you did. It says Caroline Cooper. Okay. I've never been to Basildon. I popped into Asda first, driving away, ended up in a bus lane, and have now received a fine. Those are the worst fines to get. You're not even driving. You get something in the mail and says, oh my God. And it's not like you even get pulled over by the cop. They're just making money off of you because this police state. This police state is not good for us. Unwashed sugar cane. That's what treacle is. It's sugar, but dirty sugar cane ends. It's the dirty sugar cane. It's probably not dirty, but it's probably. So can it be made with regular sugar, or is this they just take it, they put it in a vat and boil it and get all the extra sugar out? Maybe it's this. It's the second. It's not like it's like they've got virgin olive oil, and then this is like non-virgin olive oil. Of course it's not true. Well, you can't believe anything that anybody says, Streaky. You can't believe that. Fairy cake is just a cupcake that has a bit of but cut out on top with butter icing or cream to look like little wings. I didn't know about the little wings. I didn't see the little wings. That's very interesting. But it's a type of cupcake. Okay. Lucy. Lucy says this. Lyle's tin has or had a dead lion with flies swarming around it. Out of the strong came forth weak sweetness. Out of strong came forth sweetness. Can you explain what that's all about? So a dead lion, he's dead, and then flies come on it. I mean, so the dead lion is good for flies. I only noticed that a few years ago, Lucy. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. I think we call them angel cakes, too. Let's see what angel cakes looks like, Joodles. Angel cakes. Angel cakes. There's an angel cake. That looks like a Battenberg cake. I mean, it's good looking. It's good looking. Here's angel cakes. I thought the EU banned fairy cakes. Why would they ban fairy cakes except because they're the EU and they're horrible? I miss Rubes. He put custard on his itchy nuts when the chemist was closed. Yeah. You don't need to go to the chemist for that kind of thing. The reason why your nuts are itchy is because you're on a high carb diet, and probably custard is the last thing you should put on your nuts. On your nuts. Or maybe you should put custard on your nuts, but not your balls. Okay, then. I like them anyway. Well, there we go. There we go. Full screen. There we go. We're back on track. Claire is laughing at Joodles. So you were making a joke, Joodles. I can't tell because you're always so serious. You're always serious. People find any excuse for that particular behavior. Yeah. Well, look at the whole Jeffrey Epstein endeavor. Though we haven't seen very much dirty stuff going on. We saw We saw what's his name. You go over to somebody's house, you're gonna be in your underpants, and maybe the owner of the house, your host, is gonna be taking pictures of you. And because nowadays with instant cameras, with cameras in the phones, you don't have to. It doesn't make a sound anymore, so you can do it secretly. I wouldn't say custard would be the last thing to put on itchy nuts. I could think of a lot worse. Yeah, but maybe he doesn't mean nuts. Maybe he means like the actual, like almonds or walnuts or something. It's from the Bible, Lucy Van Pelt says. Samson said after discovering bees had created a honeycomb inside the carcass of the lion he had killed. He found bees inside the carcass of a lion. Does that sound believable? Would bees put a carcass? Let's find out if that's true. Who wants to check that out? That's something worth checking out, Lucy. Absolutely vile stuff revealed on the internet about them files. Like we could talk about that later, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was to me, it was yes, Jeffrey Epstein was a perv. Jeffrey Epstein just wanted unbelievable amount of attention from young, beautiful women. But I think, and maybe he was gay too. Who knows? You never know about any of these people. But, anyway, quiet, Cuffy. I don't even have any, and I reckon I could come up with at least 30 things even without trying. Yeah, yeah. I think Rubes was making a joke. I think Rubes was making a joke. Am I going thick or blind? These typos are killing me. Which typos? What typos did you make? Lucy, let's fact check the Bible. Let's fact check whether there's ever been I believe the Bible, a lot of it is true. Velikovsky, I believe it's true. Okay? So I'm not adverse to fact checking it because I know most of it is true. I lost track. Who's gay? I'm just saying Jeffrey Epstein was messing with young underage girls, right? But maybe who knows what else he did. What else he did. After a while you can get bored with being a perv in one way. You become a perv in another way. I've been eating salt and vinegar peanuts and cashew nuts for the past half hour. I should stop. You should stop because salt is what makes you eat more of them. And peanuts and cashews, they're relatively high in carbs, and they're Moorish. Apparently, boiling water is good for itching nuts. No, it is not. It is not. Is it? Is it, Caroline? Tiger Balm, mint shower gel, hydrochloric acid. Yeah, those things would be bad for your balls, for your nuts. The point is, what causes irritation down there in the hinterlands? What causes athlete's foot? Or what causes PCOS or whatever itchiness goes down in a woman's private areas? It's carbs. George Michael was a what? Oh, in those files, I saw that Gordon was linked to a school shooting. By who? What do you mean linked? What does that mean linked? Everything is linked. I'm linked to a cool school shooting because I actually went and visited that town. Does that mean anything? Zingo is here. Lewis, we love you finally. Thank you. Welcome, Zingo. And thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that. I appreciate that. Caroline. What did Caroline say? How did I miss what Caroline said? Anyway, Zingo. Welcome, Zingo. Apparently, boiling water is good for itchy nuts. Yeah, it's a funny comment, but it's. I mean, obviously you're a woman. You wouldn't stick your boobs in boiling water. Mint shower gel is quite refreshing there. Yes, it can. Yes. Okay, is it really streaky? I've heard several horror stories that mint shower gel. Yeah, it's not right. Mint is bad, and also that other thing, the thing that Tiger Balm or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Tiger Balm is what Judel said. It's heat and yeast buildup, Lewis. No, it is yeast buildup, but what exactly causes a yeast buildup? Carbs in the body. It's carbs. Google it. Let's Google it. Come on. Don't argue with me on this because I'll just fight it to the end. Lewis, I had a great tip to relieve itching in that area. Good old fashioned Germaline antiseptic cream. No, you don't need it. I used to have itchy balls. I used to have athlete's foot. My feet used to be so itchy. That's where I got the whatchamacallit on my feet. I got the crappy nails. And then when I went low carbs, my feet stopped itching. But if I go high carb for a while, my feet itch. And you could say, well, it comes in the summertime. That's what it is. Lewis, your hair is white because of carbs. That's also true. That's also true. Are you making a joke, or do you believe that? Because I believe that my hair is white. Baldness is also can be caused by a high carb diet. Keith Bexley, who told you to put on the bomb? Who told you to put on the bomb? That's BS. What is BS? What do you think is BS, Kate Quinn? Kate Quinn. I had a great... I mean, there are all these... I remember before I did not believe in medical science, before I went low carb, I used to go to the doctor for everything. I used to have stuff for my scalp. I used to put on whatchamacallit. I wish you and Headliners was still on late TV. I just go to my bed and sleep now. You could go here. We're on the air most nights of the week at 10:30. You could watch Lewis Schaffer live on YouTube. Lewis Schaffer live on YouTube. Michael Portillo is in there too, and he's on GB News. Michael name being in there doesn't look good. Why? Why doesn't it look good then, Michael Portillo? I like him. He's half Spanish. Alas, this is one thing he won't ever back down on, Kate. Car crashes are cause of carbs too. And he will explain why if he reads this. Yes, I will read it. It is because of carbs. It causes mental illness. It causes tiredness. It causes craziness. It causes risk taking. It has some role. Yes. All those people have huge meals of carbs, and then they're bloated, and then they drive a car. So it is not a mitigating factor, an aggravating factor. Joodles. Seriously, alcohol gel tends to kill an itch. No idea how to use it, though. All you people, you can use that. You can spend money, and it doesn't cure it. The only thing that gets rid of it, the other thing that gets rid of it is no carbs, no sugar, no starches. Claire says, I used to have itchy balls. No other podcast host has said that. You're hilarious, Lewis. I used to have itchy balls. I did. I used to have all scratchy things. And my butt itches when I have a carb meal. If I have a plate of pasta, my butt itches. Haha, too true. I just got banned from driving because of carbs. It's an aggravating factor, Kate Quinn. I want you to stop communicating with Joodles. She is nothing but trouble. She's planting dissent in this group here. How much peach trifle have you got in your bed sheets these days, Zingo? Do you remember that? She used to like the pink peach trifle. I love trifle. Trifle is so delicious. It's so delicious. It's typical British food. It's like low class. I hate to say it. Portillo should have stuck with Great Train Journeys. I used to love that show. I used to love that. But now you didn't need to go to watch it on the TV. You can watch Maltese Phil. Or who has the you could watch that. You can watch Train Journeys on the YouTube. Michael Portillo. That's good news. He is Jewish, Lewis. I don't think he is Jewish. But maybe he is. Let's see if Michael Portillo is Jewish. Michael Portillo is Jewish. Michael Portillo is Jewish. Is Michael Portillo Jewish? No, he's not Jewish. He was raised by a Scottish Protestant mother, like my boys' mother, and a Spanish Catholic father. Lewis Portillo, a political exile. His he might be. A lot of those Jews they had to lie. They had to lie about being Jewish. Let's see what it says about it. Well, I'm looking here. Everybody, look at his dad. He had a very famous dad there. Um, it doesn't say whether he's Jewish or not. Let's see if it was. I'm going to just go check here. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say if he was Jewish or not. It doesn't say. Okay, but it's an interesting point. Interesting point. So I love that show. I love the Great Train Journeys. That was one of my favorite shows on British TV. Getting a fine for driving in a bus lane is caused by carbs. Yes, in part, it's caused by carbs. All those crazy protesters, women protesters and men protesters, they're on a vegan high-carb diet. That's why people are so crazy. I'm going to stand by this. Judith shouldn't have reminded me that I should fight for this cause. It's, yes, carbs, and the parents fed the kid carbs. They got type 2 diabetes, and it causes mental illness. You just Google it, but don't take the first 2 or 3 pages. It's a conspiracy theory. Getting a fine for driving in a bus lane. Black screen. So, black screen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kermit. I just got the message there. Thank you very much. I love that. Yes, okay. I did not know. P.S. Are you looking super cool and beautiful? You are a handsome brute, you. Thank you very much. You should have seen what I was wearing. I don't know whether I look that great in this light, but I was wearing. Maybe this is too bright. Do you think that's too bright? Is it better this way? Is it better that way? Is it better this way? Is it better this way? Is that better? Which way is the best way? I bet Portillo made youngsters dress up in brightly colored clown clothes he wears. Was he gay? We'll find out if he was gay. Was he gay? I don't know. He seems like he's gay, but nothing wrong with being gay. But thank you first of all, let me just backtrack a step. Thank you, Zingo. Thank you, Zingo, for this. Lilith likes the black screen of death. Well, you don't want to look at me, Lilith. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Let's try up here. How does that look? Is that too bright? Can you see me there? I don't know. We are in a train tunnel now. Actually black, because I've fallen behind and now I'm back on track. Could this bring down Sir Keir? Lack of judgment regarding Mandelson. No, it's not going to bring him down because he's their boy and he's willing to do what they want him to do and they're going to keep him there. The only thing that could bring him down, I'm not even sure an election could bring him down. He's not going to give up. He's going to cancel elections. Possibly. Is he not? Caroline Cooper asked. Sir Keir. I mean, that guy. Sir Keir. Caroline Cooper, but that's a really good point. You know, Mandelson is like, I mean, really, but we're all, Mandelson is supposedly gay. I don't know. I have not had sex with him, so I don't know if he's gay. And even if you have sex with a guy, you can't tell if he's gay unless, hold on a second, I'm messing with the wires here. Please forgive me if the screen totally goes black. You can't tell if a guy's gay because you might be, like, let's say you're having sex. Let's say you're a guy and you're having sex with a guy and the guy's really enjoying himself. It could be that you're just a great lover. A great lover. Is that possible? Is that you? Who is that? Lilith likes the black screen of death. What happened? Has anybody posted anything? Are we dead on the screen? What's happened to the screen? Has anybody posting it? Did you all go away? Don't go away. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me this way. I can't resist your tender kiss. Peter Mandelson is gay, says Kermit. Allegedly, he was publicly outed in 1998 and has since been open about his sexuality. I haven't seen that, but I can believe you, says Kermit. Michael Portillo is publicly acknowledged in his youth, but has stated that he is now happily married to his wife, Caroline Eady. Okay. So, so he was gay when he was young. But you could say that all British people were gay, gay, gay. So they were all gay in those schools that they went to. Ron Smith is here. Ron Smith. Portillo said his sexual encounter at university was light stuff. Peter Tatchell said, so not done sodomy then. Laugh out loud. Peter Tatchell, I've met him. And we can talk about him. Peter Mandelson was slimy before all this broke. Does he not seem that way, Caroline Cooper? He seems unctuous. He's everything that's wrong with the Labor Party. Everything that's wrong with politics in this country. This sort of attitude of like, ooh, look at how smart I am. Gays are often seen as easy to blackmail in politics, as history has proven. Yes, that's true. Well, we all have things. We all have things to blackmail. I've been blackmailed. You know what I mean? I was Me Too'd by a young girl. I mean, she was 20 or something, 21. But it was very embarrassing. Now I tell everybody because I'm proud. The Y-Fronts photo was the person in the bathrobe with him, male or female. Could you tell? It looked female to me, Lucy. Didn't that look female? What did it look? Did it look like a male, Lilith? Can we take a vote on that? The picture looked female to me. I fear our leader is untouchable. Most of the shit that has come out already would have brought down most already. Exactly. He's not going. Maybe he's got secrets on things. Maybe he's an incredible player. Peter Tatchell, I would have to say. But he's also a brave man and a hero for gay people. But he's also, I don't want to read that out loud. Shrieky Bacon. Thank you, Lilith. I mean, it seemed like a girl to me. Mandelson also had a house in Hertfordshire. I remember the Hertfordshire Times saying our local lord. I was not happy to share a county with that snake, says Ron Smith. And that was around 2010. Yeah, people didn't like him back then. PDF Tatchell is one of my least favorite people on the planet. And look at how restrained that is. Yes, that's, I mean, the way you wrote that, Joodles, is exactly the way you have to write it. You could call him a PDF, I guess. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Yes, I saw that pic this morning, putting me right off my breakfast. He seemed like he had like a really long torso and short legs. Caroline Cooper doesn't like Peter Tatchell. He was speaking out against the way women are treated by the Taliban. Well, what do you think's going to happen in Palestine, which he supports? That's ridiculous. He's too repulsive, says Joodles. Get the picture up, Lewis. Okay. Maybe that's right. I should get the picture up. Where are we? Full screen, window capture, picture. Hold on a second. Hold on. The Peter Tatchell and, whoops, that's not it. Peter Tatchell. No, not Peter. Peter Mandelson. Hold on a second. Don't be patient. Mandelson is a Jewish name. He probably has Jewish ancestries. Peter Mandelson. And photo, Jeffrey Epstein. Is that you, Carnegie? Let's see the picture. No. Look. What do you think? What do you think? Is that boy or a girl? That looks like a girl to me. Can you see it? I froze the image. Can you see the image there? That looks like a girl. She's got a ponytail. I mean, not that boys can't have ponytails, but Can you see that? Can you see the ponytail? Can you see? I mean, there's no boobs. Could be very young. Mandelson's grandfather built the Harrow Synagogue, so I think he's a bit Jewy, to be honest, says Streaky Bacon. Yeah, it could be the case. From ice cream to itchy balls to trains and sodomy. Yes, that's this show. We need to be more focused. It's blank. Okay, you can't see it there. Let me pull up another picture. Yeah, let's see if we can find the picture. There, well, let's see the picture. Okay. Can you see the picture there? Can you see the picture? Let's see what the picture looks like. That's the kind. Maybe that should be the context of the show. We could, discussing all these different things. There are femboys, for F's sake. Thank you, Lilith. There are, but that doesn't look like a femboy. And we've had this discussion before. I'll go 1-0. What are we talking about there? Okay. But he was Jewish. His grandfather was Jewish. So does that make you Jewish? You got some Jewish blood. I love this podcast. Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much for saying that. Thank you very much for saying that. It's a guy. That doesn't look like a guy to me. Does it look like a guy? That's in the Times. The picture is in the Times. Let's see if we can find the picture. Oh, I see. Here's the picture. Could be a boy. It could be. We don't know. It could be a boy. You know what? It could be whatever's in your mind. If you want to make it a boy, you could be a boy. It could be a streaky bit. Okay, Mr. Cuff. It could be a chick with a spotted whatever. Mandelson has stuff on Starmer, I bet. I bet he does. That's all these guys do. They go trading money for different things. I hope this brings the Labor Party to an early election. It's not going to. You don't get it. Democracy's done in this country. Democracy is done. They want to make the entire country mixed, not even mixed race. They want to eliminate white people. They want to eliminate elections. He's been in China. China's not a democracy. He's like sucking up to those people. Horrible. Horrible. So I disagree with you, Streaky Bacon. So what is the vote? Do we think it's a girl? I don't know. It could be a girl. Could be a boy. Could be a boy, a young boy. That makes him like a PDF, possibly. The train arriving on Portillo 4 will arrive in Sodom tomorrow. Okay. Allegedly, we don't know that. Allegedly, all this stuff. You don't know. And there's nothing wrong with it anyway. There's nothing wrong with it anyway. I'd have to tell you my stories about me. I'm not going to tell you stories about me. I'm not going to tell you stories. But, people do things. They do things. Lucy, these days, if you're in the Labor Party, these days, you have to go underground if you want to have sex with women. Exactly. You're considered a freak. A freak if you're in the I guess so. I'm not sure about that. But the country has turned. I mean, homosexuality is fine. It shouldn't be made illegal, but it's not good for the country. It's not good. It seems there are an awful lot of Jews caught up in this scandal, though. It's like Mossad were using blackmail to influence politics. Or is that too much of a conspiracy? I don't know how many Jews are involved. I was discussing this with my son, where Jeffrey Epstein is saying a goyish Goyish thinking, or that's just the way the goys, the Christians think, or that's just Christians. That's just the way that it's like the same way the Irish people are always talking about the English in a derogatory way. And the English maybe talk about the Irish people in a derogatory way. That's what people do. There's nothing wrong with it anyway. Sorry. What are we talking about? We're talking about homosexuality. I mean, we're talking about that. There is, I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. Tell me, is there something wrong? How many times the name Lewis Schaffer appeared in the Epstein files? Okay, let's Google that. Should we Google that, Maria? Let's Google that. Let's see when this comes up. We'll go over to here to window capture. We'll go over here and we'll go Lewis. Let's Google Lewis Schaffer and Jeffrey Epstein. How does the right tear down progressive societies? Okay. Oh, this is where I'm blamed for tearing down progressive societies. But am I in the? Oh, I should put in the files. In the files, because I'm actually a celebrity. You got to remember something. You're talking to an internationally famous stand-up comedian, television pundit, and film supporting artist. No known connection with Jeffrey Epstein and recently released Epstein files. No, I'm not there. I'm not there, Maria. Can you read this? It says I'm not there. But let's say I am there. Will you be criticized, Maria, for actually talking to Lewis Schaffer? Maria Panagiatis, who has a very close relationship with Lewis Schaffer from his live stream. She supported my live stream. She's been here supporting it. Thank you, Lilith. I think we can all agree that the world is far murkier place than any of us imagine. Yes, conspiracies are no longer theories. Some conspiracies are theories, and a lot of conspiracies aren't theories. There are still conspiracies that are not true. I'm not sure if Epstein was himself with everyone. Not really how sales works. I bet he was whoever he needed to be and changed in views and personality to suit. Yes, I bet he did. He was like sucking up to people. That's a really good point, Daz. A really, really good point. He was playing, he just, whatever he wanted. He wanted to have money. He grew up in a poor part of Brooklyn. I know you guys have all been to Brooklyn and it's all rich and poor, but it used to be like by the water down there. By the water, Coney Island. You might as well be in some rundown beach. It was a rundown beach resort where people lived because they couldn't afford to live closer to Manhattan, basically. The Lord made Fiona and Shrek, not Ant and Dec. Okay. Getting the Clintons to testify is massive. Is it going to be televised? I mean, that's going to be something. Is it going to be televised? I would say you better be careful because those people are major snakes and they could get out of this thing, I think. Allegedly, Streaky Bacon. Has anyone seen Rupert Lowe's post today? I don't even know what we do anymore. Okay, should I show the post? I don't want to see it. Conspiracies are the truth. A lot are, a lot aren't. But all of the things that I've been accused of being conspiracy has turned true, are true. There you go, Claire. I will take you to Claire. I will take you to New York, Claire. Buy the tickets and get the hotel room. Lewis, not seen it today. Saw his stuff yesterday. From the beginning of the R gang inquiry. I mean, it's horrific. It's horrific. The only conspiracy I can think of that probably isn't true is flat Earth. I can't think of much else. The royal family being actually lizards in human suits, maybe. Yeah, maybe they're not lizards, but they're not exactly good people. That's why I know I've said that a million times. I've said that a million times. I shouldn't do that. It's not my king. Not my king. I mean, literally not my king. It's your king, but it's the country's king, and I'm living here because you allow me to live here. I can't take you to New York, Lewis. Not sure. I could keep you safe. Well, what bad things would happen to me, Lilith? You and Claire, with an I, can take me there. Can take me there. We could all go there. Maybe I could organize a trip, Lewis Schaffer's New York. And then we could all maybe declare hope for asylum there. Conspiracies. Operation Gladio is a conspiracy come true. Yes, you've spoken about that, the Gladio conspiracy. And I'm going to write it down again. I'm going to write it down again. I'm going to write down the thank you, Ron Smith. Watch the full Rupert Lowe interview earlier. Claire with three eyes. Yeah, Lewis, New York with Lewis Schaffer. My absolute dream. We'd go around. We'd do all the things that I used to do. I take you to all the places that I used to take you to. And then I used to say, well, this used to be this, but it's not that. It's not that anymore. I'd say this used to be this, but they tore it down. This used to be this. This is where I started. This building is still there. This is where I went. I'm not going to say what I did. Trump is blackmailed by Israel. That's why he dances to their tune. They are all nearly all compromised in the U.S. I don't think so, no. I think Israel is a good cause. I think not killing Jews is a good way to go in history. If you kill Jews, people will look badly on you in history. So you don't want to be anti-Jewish. Because the Jews write history. Because the Jews read and write. Because the Jews are historians. That's why you got to be nice to Lewis Schaffer. I know you think I'm some kind of a joke, but I'm Lewis Schaffer and I'm a Jew. Get the book Operation Gladio by Paul L. I used to love his music, Paul Williams. Welcome to the Jewish section. Okay, let's not talk about the Jews. I didn't bring up the Jews, Judel. I guess I did by asking if he was Jewish. I will be your wing girl with a gun, hun. Oh, Claire and Lilith. This is why I love this stream. And I love the guys too, but this is why I love this stream is the women professing love to me. Professing, not actually acting it out, but professing it. But Lewis, would you set up your own sex island if you could? Of course I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't. But I would visit. I wouldn't because I can't be nice to people. You can't remember people. You can't negotiate flying people out. You wouldn't know who to fly out. Let's say you befriended somebody and then they became a loser like Sarah Ferguson, but you still got to be nice to her. Why? I don't even know why. And then did you hear what he did? He bought her a first class ticket to New York, and he brought his kids economy. The kids, Beatrice and the other one. GB News said about 3 Israelis killed since the ceasefire. They forgot to mention 480 Palestinians killed. And believe it or not, that's a low ratio. That's 1 to 100 or it's 1 to 150. The truth is the Palestinians have declared war on Israel and they lost the fucking war. They're a bunch of losers. Count me in. Caroline Cooper, are you going to come to New York with Claire and me? And the guys can come too. And I'll throw you guys a bone too. If, you know what, I would. You should brace. It's bullshit. The Palestinians are a made-up name. Whatever, they exist as a people. I feel bad for them a little bit. But they lost the war. They went into Israel, and how many of them died when they were in Israel? So there you go. Jolly Heretic understand how Jews were persecuted and kept things in family. He's the professor of genealogy. Well, that's right. There's only 15 million Jews. Half of them don't even consider themselves Jews or want to be considered them Jews. If we go to New York, can I carry a gun? No, because New York has draconian gun laws until they make it illegal. But I went with my son to a gun range in Pennsylvania. We can go to a gun range, and for $100, three of us shot guns, $33 a piece, which is about 25 pounds. Bullets after bullets was shooting. It was so great and scary too. My weather forecast says wintry mix. Sounds like a hearty broth. Yeah. It's cold. Oh, sorry, Joodles. Sorry, thank you, Joodles. I love Joodles. Joodles, you want to come with me to New York, or would you feel like jealous, or that I didn't give you enough attention? Because Claire and Lilith and Caroline are there. I've been to New York City 3 times, and there's a little bit of my heart there. Yeah, what you had? You had heart surgery or something? Yeah, New York is amazing. People used to love New York, and I hope it stays being great. But over time, things can deteriorate. Cities can go down. They were great cities, and then they stop being great cities anymore. And sometimes they come back, and sometimes they go away forever. Baghdad used to be the greatest city in the world. Tehran, greatest city in the world. Fergie begged Epstein for money. She called him the brother I've never had, even after he was convicted as a you-know-what. Yeah, I mean, she needed the money. You got to do what you got to do. You need the money. It's a tape I made for everyone in 1987. What was the tape? What was the tape you made? It's the wintry mix. Was it a bad year for that? Yeah, Vantanai is here. Hello, Vantanai, he said that. Yeah, she's basically lost her look. She looks absolutely horrible. I shouldn't say that. Claire says, a dingy, dark drum and bass set. A wintry mix. The Dems are probably for the Second Amendment now to use against ICE. In America they are, but they don't want to have anybody here have guns. Yeah. Well, look what happened. The guy guns are dangerous. The guy carried a gun. The gun went off, and people thought that they were being fired at. When a gun goes off, it is really, really loud. I was just thinking about tapes I used to make. When I typed my last comment. What was your last comment? Shout, let it all out, says John Van Damme. That's a great song. These are the things that can feel without. What did you say? I missed it here. I missed it. Nicole is here, French photographer. Hello, Nicole. Welcome back. Hi, all. Just popped in to say hi. I've missed you. Hope you are okay. Hope you are okay, Lewis. And still as fabulous as ever. I don't know. You'll have to ask the people here. Ulrich is here. Ask the people. Is Lewis Schaffer okay? We're talking about going to New York. We're talking about great cities. We could talk about great cities. New York was a great city. It might be a great city now. I mean, according to my friend Doug, my other friend Doug, is that New York. I've got 3 friends. Is that New York? I've got more than that, but I don't speak to them because I'm a guy, and guys don't speak to. But New York is the best city in America. Again, once upon a time, people left. Everybody's saying hello to Nicole. Chartel is here as well. Chartel is here. But New York is a great city because LA, no one wants to go to LA. LA was an alternative. Chicago is like crime-ridden with all these horrible rules, whatever. Atlanta is not great anymore. So there's no other place. There's no other place but New York. But that doesn't mean it's not going to last. It's not going to last. Did you see what Ricky Gervais said? What did he say? I like Ricky Gervais. I hope the last tribe petitioned her to give up her house. Who are we talking about? I think she doesn't have a. Are we talking about Sarah Ferguson? I think she doesn't have a house. Let's go to Arizona. Yes, that's a place I was thinking about going. We've got friends down there. We've got Andrews down there. Andrew Doyle, great guy, and my friend Martin Gourlay lives down there. The word wintry bothers me. I feel like it looks wrong. Like the Americans got a hold of it. Maybe, yeah, it should be wintry. That's a good point, Kermit. That's a really, really, really good point, basically, I would say. It's a very, very good point. Agree, Kerms. It doesn't look right. Wintry. Yeah, the Americans ruined the word herb. Why? By pronouncing it herb. How do you pronounce it? I'm trying to move in with Billie Eilish. Tell her to open her borders. I don't even know if I should like her, let alone if I do like her. It looks like it should be winter-y, not wintry. So does anybody want to do some research and find this out? You guys are sitting there. The two CPB agents who fired on Alex Pretty were called Jesus Ochoa and Raimundo Gutierrez. Racist, that's right. Oh, no, you're not saying that. Is that the point you're making, that they were Spanish? That's what used to say at the Golden Globes. Because a lot of the people most Spanish people who moved to America moved there legally. But what happened is that Mexico became unlivable, Cuba became unlivable, Venezuela became unlivable, and travel became so easy. Herb. My daughter, here's Chantel. My daughter went to New York. I have a video of when she was on a tour, and a man and a sign saying he needed money for weed. I was like, what? Yes. And now you can buy weed in the street in New York. Okay. Ron Smith, Billie Eilish, got there in the end. Okay. There is also a lot of weather manipulation on the internet today. HARP. What does that mean, weather manipulation, Claire? What does it mean? That's what he used to say. Today was a really great show. Been a really great show. The word wintry is derived. Thank you, Kermit, for doing the research. Kermit's a worker. All you girls out there, if I had to pick, I don't know what any of you guys look like except Kermit, because I've seen him on a video call I took, and he's like proper handsome, and he's hardworking. Okay, the word wintry is derived from the Old English term wintrig, which means of pertaining to occurring in winter. Yeah, but why is it spelled that way? Clinton and the Bush clan were in the line for SCX, says Vantanai. Sacrifice and were mentioned. Sounds like a normal day in Tunbridge Wells. I mean, the thing is, aren't we all in favor of a nice fantasy? I fantasize about that stuff. About doing horrible things. Okay? I mean, like that girl who Me Too'd me. She went out and like said to everybody, Lewis Schaffer, what has Lewis Schaffer done to you? And nobody came out, nobody said anything. Nobody said that I did anything horrible to them. It was a bit embarrassing, really. Because if I did, I guarantee you somebody would have come out and said something. There's a famous post of Gervais saying, you shower work for Apple, Google, and if ISIS started to make films, you'd phone your agent. Of course, that's an old joke. I have said similar jokes to that. Yes, I've said that myself. And you know that about me. You know that I will sell my soul. I badmouthed the royal family, but I say if the royal family, wants to give me an honor, I take an honor. I've badmouthed the BBC and said if the BBC wants to give me work, because all of us are most of us are this way. It's very easy. Look at someone like Sarah Ferguson. She's got no money, You know, she divorced her husband. Who knows? She wants money. I love you, Caroline, says Lilith. What did Lilith say that's lovable? Where's the English addict? He's not here today, but it was nice that he came the other day. It was nice that he came the other day. Oh, it was 2020. I thought it was recent. It was a long time ago that he said that. But that's basically the truth. Everybody is, very few people. I've been offered work that I would not take. I was offered work on Russian TV that I would not take. I was offered to be a host on that channel. What is that channel? The gambling channel. Remember the gambling channel on ITV? Do you remember that? But I wouldn't take it because gambling is wrong. I think gambling is evil. Okay? Not that I don't gamble. I do gamble, but it's up to me. But I'm not going to promote anybody else gambling. Lewis, you were good on Mike Graham. Watch the video Saturday. Thank you very much, Ron Smith. I think the next time I go on there, it'll be different and better. But I think it was all right. It wasn't, those other people did not know how famous I was and did not let me talk as much as they should have. I'm being naughty, says Chartel. I'm wrapped up in bed, coffee and a ciggy. I don't support ciggies either because they cause unbelievable bad things. Cigarettes. Don't smoke. Wrinkles. Not that I won't love you if you've got wrinkles, if you have wrinkles, but you can try to avoid it. Looking forward to meeting you back here at 10:30, Caroline. I hope so too. This has been one of the best shows we've ever done. Would you say it has been? It's been the best show ever. I'm going to say it's the best show ever. We've talked about everything. I would love to meet Sergei Lavrov. He's the Russian guy. You want to meet famous people to see what they're really like. Lavrov is absolutely class, one of the best ever. Come on, Lilith, hun. Sergey, the meerkat. You'd like to meet that guy? Yeah, I remember that. The best show ever, and I missed a load of it. So it's probably better for you that you missed it. You missed it. We were discussing English cakes. We were discussing going to New York. We were discussing Michael Portillo and Mandelson and Jeffrey Epstein, which is one of my favorite discussions because I haven't figured it out. Don't worry, Nicole. The next show will also be the best show ever. Joodles, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that to Nicole? Where is Lucy? Where did Lucy go? English Attic is here. Herb, the old French pronunciation. And herb is modern. Herb. Many Americanisms are, in fact, more authentic to the original spellings. Thank you, English Attic. That's right. It's like, yes. It's like, why do Americans say faucet and you guys don't say faucet? Thank you, English Addict. Lucy's here. Where is Lucy? Show your face, Lucy. Thank you for showing your face, English Addict, for this thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. This is like an educational program. We all learn things. You all learn how good Lewis Schaffer is, how he's one of the best stand-up comedians, comedy actors, political pundits recently seen on GB News. Okay? We've had some strange cloud recently that looked like ripples in a pond, particles sprayed in the atmosphere, then excited by radio waves. Then it rains with shit in it. Yes. You can't put it past those people for doing it. You can't put it past them. I don't know if I believe in it, but I remember. Do you remember when the volcanoes were erupting in Iceland and they stopped flying the planes and the sky was clear blue? Clear blue. Do you remember that? The word wintry is derived from an old English. Okay, you did that already. Okay, everybody, let's go and let's find out how many viewers we've had today, and let me thank all you people for being here. I think it was it was a busy, busy day. Meanwhile, we're gonna find out who the top number was, and I'm gonna hopefully try to see it. I've had a I'm trying to move the screen and I can't move the screen. And I don't know why I can't move it. So I can't see your name. So I can't read who the most popular people are. Oh my God, look at how many people we here. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you very much, Kermit. Let's find out. Let me thank the people for being here. You, Janice, he hasn't even commented, you, Janice, openly. Maybe you have. I've got Ron Smith at 26, Fontenay at 25, English Addict is at 24. Thank you, English. He's a proper YouTuber. A proper YouTuber, not like Lewis Schaffer, who's just some schmuck talking out of his butt about his. We spoke about my itchy balls, Lilith, and my athlete's feet and my rotten toenails. So we talked about that. Lilith was here. She's coming to New York with me. Maria Panagiotis, who I actually love seeing. Okay. Stuart H. was here. Alex is 20. Keith Bexley. Alan Williams is 18. Beautiful, beautiful Chartel. She's going to come with me to New York. Nicole Bouchier is going to come to New York. Thank you, Kermit. And then Claire also. She's first. She's in the list. She's on the list. Zingo is here. She says she loves me, and I love Zingo. Let's get a picture of your name, your face up there. Ulwick Orcalis is 13. Maltese Phil. Darklands, beautiful, beautiful Darklands. Beautiful, beautiful Daz is here. Lucy Van Pelt. Everyone knows my feelings for Lucy Van Pelt. Caroline Cooper. Number 8. John Van Dam, who is always helpful. Caroline and I, we're going to go hand in hand down the streets of New York. Kate Gwynn, all the girls are going to go to New York. Streaky Bacon, Mr. Cuff. I don't know if you can afford to go there. I can't. Joodles is number 3. No one knows of my love for Joodles. It just seems like she just has a thing against me, but people don't know the warm, loving feelings that Joodles has. Am I allowed to say that? Number 2 is Claire with no eye. Claire, put a picture of yourself up there, not just to see. Make it warm and loving. And the winner again is Hi-Ho Kermit. Well deserved. Hi-Ho Kermit. And the winner of today's stream, I cannot, unfortunately, I cannot figure out how to see what the shape of the stream is. But the winner, who is the winner? John Van Dam at 34. Is that who the winner is, Kermit? Is it John Van Dam for 34? I'm trying to get this. This doesn't work. I'm going to tell you something about Streamlabs. Maybe someday it'll be amazing, but right now it's caused so many problems. You remember I used to blame Streamlabs for my problems. Well, I don't do it anymore. I don't blame Streamlabs. I can't get the thing to open. I'm going to have to go to settings and go to appearances. I'm going to see you tonight. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kermit. I'm going to see you tonight at I can't get this thing to move. I'm going to see you tonight. If I haven't mentioned your name, right on the bottom, say, Lewis, what about me? I didn't mention your name. I got a photo. Oh, look at this. I've got a photo that's been sent to me. I don't know whether you can see what the photo is. I'm guessing what I think it's going to be. Oh, there you go. It's quite a strong photo. Look at that. It went up and up and up. And then as soon as I said the show's over, people leave. But it's up. This show is successful for what it is. If we had 1 million people watching it and everybody commenting, and I didn't know you people, you'd say, what about me? It's better this way. Kate Quinn, Thank you, Kate Gwynn, for being here. Vatanai, thank you, Vatanai, for being here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Lilith. Thank you. I don't know. I think I'm mentioning everybody. Freaky Bacon. I've mentioned pretty much everybody. But the top number is 34. So that is brilliant. So I'm going to say goodbye right now. I'm going to say again, and I don't thank you enough. I don't thank you for saving my life. This channel has saved my life. I would be lost. I wouldn't be lost. I'd find something else to do. But you've been so loving to me. So loving to me. Joodles and Lewis, like an old married couple. I would say there's a lot of truth to that, Joodles. Joodles will deny that. She will deny being in love with me. She will deny it. But I think there's genuine warm feelings. I think there's genuine warm feelings. She's going to pretend that she doesn't know me or like me or care about me. Joodles and Jewy says hi, Kermit. The problem is people write all the funny things at the end after I've turned the thing off. But that's really, really funny. Really funny. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you at 10:30 if you're around at 10:30 tonight. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And thank you, Britain, for making me feel welcome. It's only taken 25, 26 years. Okay.